Finally. Fastest mile and fastest 5K.
Woo! Champion.
What do you think's gonna win, the Chiefs or the Eagles?
I vote Eagles. We already made up a total.
$100 on the Chiefs.
I'm gonna be $100 richer with the Eagles.
Okay, you want Eagles?
Yeah, please.
Dang, look at that. 8-3. They gonna be upset.
Winning
Betting
team.
against the Chiefs is like betting against Tom Brady.
Yeah, whatever. She votes Eagles too, right? Huh? Who do you vote?
I go for the Chiefs.
Oh
I lived in
shit.
the Midwest for a while, so
Damn.
yeah.
They're both about to lose.
First YouTube vlog,
Where's your truth?
episode 1.
You were made for this.
I'm gonna do half a scoop. No, 3/4.
Yeah, you're right. I'm only going to do less than a quarter because I took a little bit at home.
Okay, we're gonna do back. We're gonna do all back for about 45 to an hour. And then, do you want a superset with another muscle?
Maybe shoulder.
Shoulders? Okay. So I do 50-minute back and then 35 maybe minutes of shoulders.
Super
We're
Bowl
gonna
Sunday.
Let's work on width for our back.
Okay.
I need to get wide again.
You already what? Do play your hand. Is it still recording? Okay, so I'm on CoStar. He's a Capricorn, I'm a Libra. But today, for me, it just says, do play your hand, no phones, do poker face.
No
and
phones.
It says do no phones. I gotta be off my phone today.
Yeah.
Don't do accidental text. Don't play games. And don't have pre-assumptions. Oh, those are good.
Yeah. No phone, no presumption, no games.
Yeah.
Get serious. Focus.
Get serious. Look, it's 11:11.
What birthday?
Let's see you. Update. We have renewed authority as harmony. We share spirits, and we have mutual attraction.
Mutual attraction?
Yeah.
Like what? What that mean? Mutual attraction, like we both like the same thing?
Like we're probably either like the same things or like we're attracted to one another, like mutual attraction.
Oh.
Openness and clarity. Influx, like what we're clashing with right now is like our personalities, or we're seeming like unbothered when maybe we are bothered. And challenges, pointless arguments.
Huh?
We're having pointless arguments. This is just you. Success.
What's the thing that you
Review,
read for
something.
yourself? Read my back.
That would have to be on your CoStar, on your phone.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Got the phone, they say. Who are those people now?
Yeah, we're those people.
People judging us.
So,
Look these influencers. Wannabe. I know
wannabe. I am an influencer. We do influence people.
Huh?
We do influence people. We influence women to be better, to bring out the better version of themselves, to think better financially. We are better influencers, not artificial ones.
Yeah, like the fake guru culture.
People seek us for financial literacy. And they're not asking a professor. They're asking
How to build a
us.
business and
Exactly.
work for themselves.
How do you guys stay fit? How do you balance being a parent and having a business? You know, not just posting you the great body. It's they come for better influence. Here's some.
Squeeze, shoulders, flat like against the wall.
Okay.
Here. And dry with your elbow. Your biceps should not be flexed.
Oh.
That means you're pulling your bicep and not your back. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's good. Just a
Okay.
hook and then drive your elbow down to the floor.
Oh yeah.
Better.
Oh yeah, that's way different.
Do you think discipline outside of work has a correlation to how successful you are in work? Like if you have discipline outside of work on a daily basis of eating what you need to eat, going to the gym and doing the things you know you need to do, does that correlate to how successful you will be as a business owner?
Absolutely. It correlates 100% because if you think that only eating like one of your meals is going to get you the results that you want, it's very evident in business. Like if you only make the one call, you're not going to have this continuous turnover rate because you're only disciplined to make just the one call and you think that's enough. So it, to me, 100%, it does correlate. And even discipline on the days you don't feel like doing the job or working out, you're going to have to show up. Otherwise, no one is going to know or hear about your business. So discipline in working out and eating, you said it beautifully the other day. It's literally all in the small things that you do that add up. Literally, like to the smallest degree of like, let's say that my coach says I have a gallon that I have to drink the entire day. I could take fractional small increments throughout the day of my gallon so it doesn't feel overwhelming, or I could hit like crunch time and have to chug the whole gallon or not drink anything at all and not hit a goal. So it literally is all in like the small things of your daily life that get you the body, that get you the mind, but definitely in business, 100%. What about you?
Five, six, seven, 8. Does discipline in your normal life correlate to how successful you are in business?
Yes.
It has everything to do with it because before anybody tries to become an entrepreneur or open up a business or learn some type of skill set, I think one of the most important things is they have to learn discipline because you know what, we're in the business of breeding entrepreneurs and business owners. But the first thing we teach them is not about business, it's not about mindset, it's not about learning the actual skill set. It's gonna make them rich. It's about learning discipline because without discipline, you can learn something but never do it again. You know, like we teach girls how to open up their lash salon and their school academy, but if they don't have the discipline to practice doing the same thing over and over and over and over, oftentimes when they don't want to, they're not gonna do it. If they don't have the discipline to go out and network and normalize the no's and the failures, they're not gonna do it again. So creating discipline in your daily routine from the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep, you know, once you do something over and over and over enough and you have the discipline to do it, then that leads to creating a habit. Now when you have a habit, it's second nature now. You don't have to think about doing that thing. It's just like automatic. Now you have the habit, then you go ahead and you implement that habit into your business. And now you're doing it 10 times more than competition, and then you get ahead of the game. But it all goes back to the foundations and the simplest things of consistency, discipline, and habits. I would say has a direct correlation to it. One, two, three. How many?
4.
1, 2, 5. Keep pulling down. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7. Squeeze. More. Good. 8. Squeeze all the way through. 1, 2, 3. More. Squeeze down. Squeeze down. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze through. Squeeze through. Pull. 3, 2, 1. Relax. It's good?
Yeah. 2. 3. 4.
6.
Nice.
Ah.
Oh.
7,
Let's go.
8. Ah. 2 more.
How many you got?
2 more. Then 5.
9. Let's go.
Habits, I would say, has a direct correlation to it.
Now, I want to ask you a second question. Since you've been doing lashes business, working out for 10 plus years at this point, what's the one thing that you've done that's kept you successful? Because you've had the days you didn't want to do it, show up, have the class, get the workout in.
What kept me going is I had a disadvantage when I stepped into the beauty industry as a male. I had a disadvantage, so I had to work maybe twice as hard, maybe 3 times as hard just to prove myself to my audience, which is a female group, to prove to them that guys can be successful in this, and I had to be good enough. I just didn't have to be good as an average lash artist. I had to be way better than them to really prove myself that, yes, I am a great teacher, but you know, it's like I had catching up to do. I know the lifestyle that I wanted to live, and just working 40 hours a week ain't gonna cut it. You know, so it's like working 80 to 100 hours, even when I didn't want to the first year or two. Well, that just, again, doing the things you don't want to do correlates with then you normalizing. It's a habit now. Now I can work 12, 14 hours days like nothing. You know, I can go because I built my tolerance up like that, and that's like my standard now. So number one, I was in a position where I had to prove myself more than the average person in the lashing industry. And number two, I had catching up to do because I didn't just want to compete at an average level. I didn't want to compete with just people in DFW. I wanted to compete nationwide and have multiple locations and be recognized in the industry for becoming an influential leader and business owner. You know, we achieved that. But it doesn't stop there, because now what's pushing me now is like, well, if I scaled my company in the past 5 years, all I have to do is do the same thing again and I can scale it 2 times more. So does that mean working more? Yes. Does that mean more focus? Yes. Does that mean, you know, more of everything? Absolutely. And that's just a question that I have to ask myself. Do I want to put myself through that for the next 5 years? I'm okay with doing that for the next 5 years, you know? But that's what pushes me. That's not going to push everybody. What are we going to do next? For the lats, for the width.
I would say pull the pull-up that they're on it.
All the assisted pull-ups?
Yeah. What about the one in the front? That one straight cross that mimics like pull down,
The lat machine?
but it's in the front next to the abductors.
Oh. Yeah, let's do that one. This one, yeah, lean back like this one, but I want you to pull like underneath
Here?
your chest,
Oh, more chest.
like
Okay.
this. Like not here, yeah, like that. That way you hit your lower lats. more.
Okay, I feel that.
How many?
9.
Let's go one more and then pump out 5. 1, 2. 5 quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the last one. Hold the last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Good.
you love doing that.
Those burn. Can you spot me?
Yeah. Either way. Let's go.
Ooh.
2. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Whoop.
3.
Oh.
I'll take the little mine.
Oh. What should our cover be for this one?
Ooh. Maybe we could get a good big picture of us, like, both in the middle of the set where we're like, focus.
Oh yeah, like one where kind of like while I'm sitting like this, and maybe 1, you 2.
Yeah, but in the background, me pushing away. So it's like, I'm working too.
Like you're spotting.
No, like you're sitting that way, but like, maybe I have one of these medicine balls and I'm doing like reps. Shoulder reps.
Ask me.
Okay. So the hardest thing in business, you said there's not one thing. There's not one thing that's more painful than the other.
No. All of it's painful. So there's not like a number 1, 2, or 3. But something that comes into my mind is, as a business owner, what we've been trying to do is scale the company, and we know we can only scale it so much with just me and you, right? And so that leads to then partnerships, right? And we believe in other people more than they believe in themselves. And because we believe in them, we hold them at a higher standards and we give them more responsibility to do. And we only give it to them because they sit across from our table and they say, yes, I want to do this. I want to have the school. I want to have the success. I want to make X amount of money. And that's great, you know, like that's fantastic. We know what it takes to do that, so we can guide them. So what happens is they say they want to do what we do, but they don't want to do what we did. Right? Like people are jealous of the cars we drive, or not even jealous. They look up to us because of we have the businesses and the cars and the jewelries and the success. And they want that. But they don't want the last 3 to 5 years that came with it. They don't want to learn the new skill sets of becoming an expert salesperson. They don't want to learn the skill sets of public speaking. They don't want to learn the skill sets of how to create content, how to market, how to strategize, how to scale. They don't want to do that. That's a lot of fucking work.
It is.
So it's like the biggest lesson I had to learn is everybody that we have worked with and invested in and mentored in the past 5 years that have told us they want to do what we do. The hardest part is realizing they don't even want success themselves. But it's maybe it's they don't want success, but they have a different definition of success. Their success is here, which is fine, right? But when you claim you want this success, which is where we're at, it just doesn't align. So I think the hardest part is realizing you can't take everybody's word. You can't hold them to your own standards because maybe your standards are so much higher. And the hardest part is dealing with the aftermath. I mean, this last year we've lost $200,000 because of 2 individuals who gave us their word they wanted to do a partnership, and then last second they backed out. That's an expensive mistake.
Yep.
$200,000 worth. So.
You got really good form.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Running.
Thank you. I'm a great teacher. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Yeah. So the lesson is, do it yourself. Like working with so many people, now you can see the traits to look out for. Right? You can look at the red flags. If they show these kind of red flags, well, boom, you already know because you went through it in the past before. And then also in that process of like, you learn different skill sets to kind of put them through different obstacles and ask different questions, you know, like, are you okay with working 80 hours? Are you okay with doing the same shit every single day when it gets boring? Because if we would have asked that, that would have saved us $200,000.
100%.
Because the person said, I don't want to do this because it's boring. What do you think success is? It's doing the same thing every single day when you don't want to do it, doing it the right way when you don't want to do it. Like, every day. I do mine different now.
How?
When I release the weight up, my back goes down, so I'm like in an L shape. Like this, right? And then when I pull, that's when I bring my hips forward and engage my lats.
So
Yeah.
here?
Then you come up, engage your lats, come up and pull there.
There.
Yeah,
okay.
now. Up and down, flat, and now pull. See if you feel it differently. You got to get the connection though.
I do.
And come up more, yep. Good.
Oh.
How many?
Here's 9. Ten. Oh, yeah. Let's say someone wants to finally like level up in their life, but they don't have the money for it. What would you suggest?
Level up in life. About, let's say it's
Like
about mindset or self-development. You don't need money to have all that. With the resources, most of the stuff that we learned now in the beginning of our career, it was Google, YouTube, audio books, and podcasts. All those things are free. But again, it goes back to the discipline. Do you have enough discipline to wake up in the morning to listen to it when you're in the gym? Do you have discipline to listen to that kind of stuff when you're running instead of music? Do you have discipline to listen to it when you go into work, but then also listen to it on your lunch break? But then when you get off at work, listen to it again. Most people are not going to do that because they listen to music, which gives them temporary dopamine, but then you don't get anything out of it. They watch Netflix and these series like what's that show from Japanese show?
Squid Games?
Yeah, Squid Games. Like, I can't get into that. So it's like everything around us is free with all the resources now. Listening to those things long enough until things start to make sense. Because if you start listening to self-development books, they're going to talk a different language to you, and you ain't going to understand it in the beginning, and then that's where most people fall off, is they don't see the change in the beginning phases, so then they quit. So my advice would be like, normalize that beginning phase where you don't understand shit, you suck at whatever the hell you're trying to do, and understanding it takes consistency, and there's different levels until you even become good at something.
Right.
And there's different levels until you can even master something. So like, having the discipline to listen to those things when you don't understand, because eventually you're gonna start putting things together and they all make sense. That would be my advice. So somebody's working a 9-to-5 job for the past few years, they're not getting paid what they want, they dread going into work, they're miserable, crying themselves at home, and they just don't know what to do. They can't quit because they need bills, right? Or maybe they got a daughter. They can't quit cold turkey. What advice would you tell them to actually believe in themselves, or what steps would they take?
With the mindset I have now, I've worked those types of jobs where I'm very unsatisfied and I feel very unhappy at work. And just now with the mindset that I have, what I would go back and do is honestly learn more about my emotions. Like, if she could just control the stress and the anger, the sadness, and understand you still have to show up at that job, like you said, you still have these bills to pay, and understand, okay, if that's your only source of income, what's something that you can control? Well, you can control yourself. So while you're working on those emotions, there's a process that I'm explaining this. Like, once you learn to control your emotions as a woman and you just continue to show up to the job in a peaceful manner with great customer service, that could lead to someone acknowledging, like your manager, either raising your hourly wage, which now increases your revenue, or like you said, she's wanting to take a class. Well, the moment that you manage your emotions, if that's not managed, she won't even be able to concentrate in the class or the thing she's wanting to take, because everything is so stressed out. So that's why learning to kind of factor that in, so now you could be open to this training or this thing that you've been wanting, and really, like when we teach in class, if you're mentally available, you have Jennifer who quit her job in like 2 weeks of taking our master class. But then we have students that don't see the results until years later. It's all a mental thing, and people don't realize the moment that you say, I have to be okay with my circumstances so I can give this my all. And even if it's not lashing, maybe she wants to take a personal fitness training class or something. If your headspace isn't clear, you're never going to be able to even train these new people that now depend on you. So mindset, control your emotions, still pay your bills, but now that you're emotionally stable, you can continue to pour into your bills to your kids while now saving up and taking the class, and understand timing. Like, I used to think that I could work against time, and that's something that being a business owner, being in a relationship, being a parent, it's taught me that I have to give time its time. So while you're saving up money, while you're mentally stabilizing yourself, you finally take the class, and everything at that point you have mastered. You have mastered your emotions. You have mastered still keeping your job, and now you have mastered taking the class, so you can really truly dedicate yourself to practicing. And again, timing, that's where you have to practice. Understand you're gonna suck. That's why managing your emotions was good, because being okay with sucking until you get better to then leave the job, that's what I have learned now that if I could go back at my previous situation and I knew I couldn't change things, I would at least start with controlling myself.
So it goes back to self-development
100%.
and developing your mindset
Yeah.
before you do anything.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's good. Once you can do that, then it depends on what you do from 5 in the morning to 9 in the morning when you're going to
Absolutely.
work.
Absolutely.
And then also depends on what you do from 5 p.m. when you get off work to 10 at night.
Absolutely. Because it takes me back to when, like, I wanted to do lashes with you, but I was still at my desk job. I would drive an hour. I would come and learn and sit with you and grind it out, and I would sleep and I would wake up and do it all over again. There was no resting time. I had to learn in between working, and I had to be your girlfriend on top of all that. So it truly is working continuously, like this mentality that we have of like you have to take time off. When you take time off, you're limiting not just your potential, like your money, your attitude, everything, by literally saying, oh, I gotta chill and watch TV. No.
So to become an entrepreneur in anything or become your own boss, it's in the beginning phases, you're probably gonna have to work double the amount that you are now. Because why do people want to become a boss? To make more money and to work less, right? Well, yeah, you can do that like we do, but it takes, a year, 2, 3, 4 years. You're gonna have to normalize working your hobby, which is your part-time, and then your full-time job, until your hobby job makes more money than your 9 to 5. Then you can start quitting and go all in on that.
Right.
But it takes levels of discipline and consistency and building habits and developing your mindset to do so. So everything goes back to the mindset and having a different perspective in life, and that's the most powerful thing.
Absolutely.
Done with weight training, but not done training because we still gotta run another 3 miles back home. This is our first time trying the vlog inside the gym, so hopefully you guys enjoyed some of the questions and some of the responses. And if you guys do like it, drop a comment, that way we know and we'll be able to keep up this type of content for you guys. But yeah, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. We're gonna try a new format here along with our other videos and educational videos, but we do want to share more of the behind the scenes and the daily things that we do as business owners and entrepreneurs. Say hi. Okay, so we just got done with our workout, got home. What we like to do now is we got to get our protein,
Yeah,
feed our muscles.
30 grams.
Then we have our vegetable shake for our gut health, but then also we have our immune. We cannot afford to get sick.
No.
So you want this one?
Yes.
All right, let's do this.
This is ginger, ginger, raw honey, and some probiotics.
Immune down, protein next. Cheers. Chug.
Help, please. One gram of sugar.
Mango, carrots, ginger, probiotics for the gut. Now for real food. What we gonna eat?
Something else.
Dim sum?
Where the bird?
Chinese?
The bird.
ABC?
ABC.
Asian? Waffle House?
I'm down for dim sum. Pearl or ABC?
Dang. Okay. Peace out.
Peace out.